If you've been told you have scapular winging and that you might need nerve procedures or surgery to fix it, I have some shocking news for you. You can fix scap winging without surgery. In fact, surgery should be your last resort, not your first option. I'm talking about the biggest misconception in scapular winging treatment, that when PT doesn't work, surgery is your only option. This myth is keeping people stuck believing their shoulder blades can't be fixed when they absolutely can. I'm Dr. Joey Seaforth, physical therapist and online shoulder rehab specialist with Comeback Performance. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to fix scapular winging without surgery using the right exercises and programming. In this video, we're going to discuss what scapular winging really is, why surgery isn't necessary, the true causes of it, and 4 exercises to start fixing your scapular winging today. Let me start out about what scapular winging actually is. Scapular winging happens when one or both shoulder blades stick out abnormally from the rib cage instead of lying flat. Normal shoulder blades collide smoothly along the rib cage during arm and shoulder movements. With winging, one shoulder blade juts outward, often looking like a wing sticking off the back, especially noticeable when doing a wall push-up, raising the arms, or overhead lifts. But people don't just notice the wing. They often feel pain or discomfort around the shoulder blade, neck, or upper back. There's also shoulder weakness, difficulty lifting the arm overhead or carrying weight. You might have reduced range of motion, trouble reaching behind the back or fully overhead, and functional limitations. Tasks like pushing, pulling, lifting, or even sleeping on the affected side become uncomfortable. If your scapular winging isn't addressed, it can worsen over time. You get persistent dysfunction, secondary injuries like impingement and bursitis, muscle imbalances, chronic pain, and long-term compensation that stresses your shoulder blade and shoulder together. Here I will show you a common presentation clients will have when they first come to us. Shoulder blades not leaving the rib cage right here. This should be a lot further along at this stage. That's where you're getting some of that tightness as you're coming up and also on the way to, so the scapular mechanics are definitely off with it. We can back that up with this. Yeah. Ooh. Not controlled like it is on that right side, brother. It doesn't want to rotate up and it doesn't want to control on the way back down. So like the connection is completely off on that left side comparing. So why do people think surgery is necessary for scapular winging? Usually because PT didn't work and they were told it couldn't be fixed. But here's the shocking truth. You can fix scapular winging with proper programming and dosage. The problem isn't that scapular winging can't be fixed. The problem is that the medical system does cookie cutter exercises and doesn't give enough stimulus for the winging to stop. Think about it. If you have a weak muscle that's been weak for months or years, doing 3 sets of 10 light exercises twice a week isn't going to create that change that you need. You need progressive overload, proper volume, and the right exercise selection. Surgery should be considered only after months of proper programming with the right exercises hasn't resolved the issue. But in our experience, when you address the root causes with the right approach, surgery becomes unnecessary. So what is actually causing scapular winging in most cases? It usually develops due to 2 main issues: nerve injury or moving incorrectly and not training proper movement. Most commonly, it's long thoracic nerve injury or dysfunction that affects the serratus anterior muscle. You might also have spinal accessory nerve issues that weaken the traps, or dorsal scapular nerve involvement that impacts the rhomboids. But here's what they don't tell you. Even with nerve issues, you can still improve function dramatically through proper exercise and movement retraining. The key is understanding that your shoulder blade doesn't work in isolation. This is where my Big 5 system comes in. Your scapular function depends on 5 key areas working together. When any of these areas aren't functioning well, it affects your shoulder blade's ability to stabilize and move properly. Traditional treatments fail because they only focus on strengthening the weak muscles around the shoulder blade, but they miss the 4 other areas that directly impact scapular function. It's like trying to fix a car by only looking at one part of the engine. So let me show you the 5 key areas that affect scapular function and how dysfunction in these areas leads to scapular winging. Number 1 is your cervical spine or neck. Forward head posture from desk work and technology creates a cascade that directly affects shoulder blade mechanics. When your neck positioning is off, your shoulder blade can't function optimally. Number 2 is your thoracic spine. This is your upper back. If you can't extend and rotate through your upper back, your shoulder blade has to work harder to stabilize and will eventually fail. Number 3 is the shoulder blade itself. Your shoulder blade needs specific muscles like the serratus anterior, middle and low traps, and rhomboids working together. When any of these are weak or not firing properly, winging occurs. Area number 4 4 is your shoulder joint. When the shoulder joint is restricted or compensated, your shoulder blade has to make up that range of motion. The shoulder and shoulder blade work together hand in hand. If one area is not doing its job, the other area has to make up for it. And number 5, your nervous system coordination. Your brain needs to coordinate all these areas working together. When this coordination is off, compensation patterns develop that lead to winging. When you address all 5 of these areas with proper programming and progression, your scapular winging can resolve without surgery. The timeline is usually 4 weeks to 12 months for full resolution, depending on the severity and the cause of the winging. Now I'm going to show you 4 specific exercises that address scapular winging without surgery by targeting the root causes in the Big 5 system. These exercises don't just treat the symptoms, they address why your scapular winging developed in the first place. Exercise 1 is a wall slide liftoff. This targets Big 5 area 2, 3, and 4, thoracic spine, shoulder blade, and shoulder mechanics. This exercise specifically trains the coordinated movement pattern your shoulder blade needs. Head over the wall and place one foot in front of the other and place your hands on the wall with your elbows off. From there, you're going to slide your arms up the wall, leaning your chest forward at the top, and then adding a lift off at the top position. This can be limiting for a lot of people with stiff shoulders, so work through whatever parts of the motion that you are able to and not force it. Complete 2 sets of 10 of this exercise. We're training shoulder blade upward rotation mobility and control on the way down. If you're not able to lift your hands off the wall, that is totally fine. Just focus on the wall slide portion and work up to the end ranges. I know you're struggling with shoulder pain and you obviously want to fix it, so text me the word pain to 720-710-4371 and I'll send you my free shoulder pain fix demo. Now back to the show. Exercise 2 is a banded bear hug. This targets Big 5 area 3, specifically the serratus anterior muscle that's often weak in scapular winging. This exercise trains the exact movement function that prevents the winging. Place a band underneath your shoulder blades and place your thumbs to the ends. Next, you'll put one foot in front for stability and reach your arms out and around in a bear hug position and then return. Focus on the control moving in and out of the position. This exercise challenges your serratus anterior to work while maintaining scapular stability. It's training the exact function that keeps your shoulder blade from winging. Complete 2 sets of 8 to 10 reps. Exercise 3 is a banded scap angel. This targets Big 5 area 3 and 4 with shoulder blade and shoulder joint mechanics. This exercise specifically trains a posterior tilt and external rotation of the shoulder blade. With a band anchored in front of you, pull the band back with your elbows extending. Then move into an angel motion, bringing your arms out to the side and ending with your bicep by your ear and returning down. This is focusing on that posterior tilt and external rotation in the overhead position. This movement trains the shoulder blade to work through its full range of motion while maintaining proper positioning. It's exactly what your shoulder blade needs to prevent that winging. Complete 2 sets of 10 reps. And exercise number 4, a single arm serratus press. This is a spicy one. This is the ultimate targeted exercise for the serratus anterior, the key muscle that prevents the scapular winging. Set up in a single arm push-up position. Raise your body up while pushing the ribcage forward while keeping your elbow straight. Move in and out of the push-up position, targeting the entire movement. To make this easier, you can do it on both sides at the same time. This exercise trains the serratus anterior in its primary function, protraction, upward rotation of the shoulder blade. When this muscle is strong and functioning properly, scapular winging resolves. Complete 3 sets of 6 to 8 reps. These 4 exercises address the root causes of scapular winging in the Big 5 system. Instead of just doing cookie cutter strengthening, you're fixing the movement patterns and muscle coordination that cause the winging in the first place. Here's why this approach works when everything else fails. Instead of just doing basic strengthening exercises, we systematically address all the movement patterns and coordination issues that contribute to that scapular winging. The key is proper programming and progression. You need enough stimulus to create change, the right exercise selection, and a systematic approach that addresses all 5 areas that affect scapular function. This is why people with significant scapular winging can avoid surgery entirely. When you address the root causes with proper programming, the nervous system learns to coordinate these muscles properly again and the winging resolves. The truth is, if you've been told that your scapular winging requires surgery and there's nothing else you can do, you've been misinformed. Surgery should be your last resort, not your first option. The 4 exercises you just learned give you a good starting point for addressing scapular winging without surgery, but true resolution requires a comprehensive approach that addresses your specific limitations in the Big 5 system with proper programming and progression. So if you're tired of being told surgery is your only option for scapular winging and you're ready for the complete non-surgical solution that addresses the root causes, then text me the word pain to 720-710-4371 to get a tailored step-by-step approach on how to permanently fix your shoulder pain. Our mission at Comeback Performance is to help over 1 million people around the world eliminate their shoulder pain, avoid unnecessary imaging, injections, and surgeries, and get their lives back. After you reach out, please like and subscribe to the channel. We're putting out daily content based on your guys' questions on shoulder-related topics regarding pain and rehab. At Comeback Performance, the comeback is always stronger than the setback.